Hello, I'm Meghan Schiller from KDKA-TV News, and this is your KDKA News Now update. I've got your top headlines and the latest weather forecast. City leaders are responding to the police body cam video released in the death of Jim Rogers. Jessica Guay explains how the city is making changes, and we do want to warn you that the video in this report is disturbing.
The city is responding a day after Jim Rogers' attorney publicly released body-worn and dash camera footage that shows what happened before, during, and after Rogers was tased. A judge signing a court order to make the video public.
No, I didn't take it away.
I didn't ask you that. I said, did you go on someone's porch?
No, sir. No.
Rogers was a homeless man who was accused of stealing a bicycle in Pittsburgh's Bloomfield neighborhood on October 13, 2021. The body cam video shows a disturbing chain of events.
Keep your hands up. That's the last time I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Is this your wallet or not?
No, that's there.
Excuse me.
Okay. Oh, yes, that's not my.
What did I say?
This takedown is followed by a stream of demands by the officer that Rogers put his hands behind his back, and Rogers repeatedly saying, quote, "I didn't do anything." As Rogers gets up and runs, the officer fires his taser.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
After a time, police put Rogers in the back of a cruiser. He tells them he can't breathe and needs to go to a hospital.
I can't breathe. My breath.
But video shows police bypassed other hospitals before taking Rogers to UPMC Mercy. Rogers was later pronounced dead.
I think you guys saw there were 3 hospitals that were bypassed before they finally wound up at Mercy. That's reprehensible. I don't understand that. So what policies and procedures and what training and what faculty and what curriculums have been changed because of this?
Mayor Ed Gainey and Public Safety says Pittsburgh police have made several procedural improvements since the incident. They include assigning an officer to monitor prisoners during transfer to the nearest emergency room, calling for EMS to respond every time a taser is deployed, with medics evaluating the person on scene, and retraining officers on how to avoid single officer tactics, as well as the duty to intervene.
Criminal charges are now filed against the owner of Century 3 Mall. Mamie Bob breaks down what happens now.
If there's a better example of blight in Western Pennsylvania, I can't find it. I mean, this is the poster boy.
Century 3 Mall, which takes up 80 acres in West Mifflin. The county is asking a judge to grant a temporary restraining order.
We're only taking the property temporarily, and that's to remediate a problem that creates a public risk of death. When people started falling through the roof, that got our attention.
Allegheny County District Attorney Steven Zappala announced charges against the owners of Century 3 Mall after it failed to pay a $150,000 fine imposed for 3 code violations of unsafe structures, sanitation problems, and rampant weed growth on the property. Now the owners are charged with causing or risking catastrophe and making a public nuisance. According to this criminal complaint, the property was purchased in 2013, and a company representative met with officials to outline a plan to rehabilitate the mall and bring in new tenants. However, court documents claim that didn't happen.
For 10 years, we've been hunting for an ear that would listen to reason over how this has affected our community. The tax base is affected in the immediate area, driving real estate taxes down, driving budgets down. The people that have been injured there.
The county plans to tear down the building once a restraining order is granted. It's estimated that will cost $12 to $13 million, a check that could only come from the governor. The county hopes to be reimbursed by Moonbeam Capital, but if not, the money will be recouped through the sale of the property.
If the owners of the property do not reimburse us for our costs, and those costs actually, when that money's received and spent, it'll be indexed and leaned.
The mayor believes there is so much potential here.
I would envision a mixed use because it's at Southland and at Century Square, Century Plaza. They're all doing well.
The district attorney said if everything works out, people could start seeing motion here in about 60 days. Reporting in West Mifflin, Mamie Ba, KDKA-TV News.
And now here's First Alert meteorologist Ray Patlin with a look at your weather for the week ahead.
We have temperatures right now in the upper 30s in Washington. You get the lower 40s, Greensburg, Connellsville, Morgantown. Around the region, there are some breaks in the clouds, which was nice because the end of the day featured a couple little peaks of sunshine, something we need very badly. But what we needed even more was some dry weather, and ultimately we ended up with that. We're going to see some spotty light precipitation move in, but it shouldn't be too much, and I don't think the rivers are going to swell up again based on what's coming through here tonight. We have calm winds, 39 degrees, and a relative humidity at 67%. So there is a high enough relative humidity to pull off some moisture or some light rain or light snow, but it's having a real tough time so far. Temperatures tonight go down to the low to mid 30s in most spots, upper 20s in the ridges, upper 20s along I-80, typically a few degrees cooler there, so not too much colder than everyone else. And then tomorrow, it's the low to mid 40s for most places. We have these temperatures hanging out on a mild note. There's this disturbance cutting through here. You can see how it's stretching itself out, and the precipitation contained within it is becoming lighter. So this is going to become less and less of a deal for us. And I showed you the observations. We have mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies around much of the region, even though the radar is showing some return. So this system has a real tough time pulling off the showers. And you can see even getting closer to midnight, yeah, a little spotty sprinkle or snowflake here or there, but there's not going to be too much to go around tonight, I don't think. The clouds will stick. The clouds will stay tomorrow, and then they'll slowly start to break up come Thursday. But I think after this little disturbance that doesn't have a whole lot with it moves through, our situation is going to be quite dry for the next several days. So we have 35 for our low tonight. Mostly cloudy skies. We could see a light wintry mix in a couple spots. Tomorrow's temperatures do make it back to the mid 40s. A mostly cloudy day, a mild day. The winds will be light. And you can see in spite of the 35-degree start, we warm up to the mid 40s by 2 p.m. So we have this nice mild day tomorrow for January, and our temperatures are going to continue to hang in these mid 40s, I think, through the rest of the work week. But the weekend, I know everyone's eyes went right to Saturday, Sunday. Bright sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. So a very warm setup. While we'll lose a couple degrees Monday, Tuesday, I think those temperatures are going to stay well above average. Normally we'd be in the upper 30s this time of year, and going from late January into early February, and you can see here, these temperatures are starting off quite warm, and it's looking quite bright, so we'll have that nice change of pace coming our way.